welcome back to another week here on the podcast. And it's been another hellacious week, should we say. A few boring days, but it hasn't been too bad. But anyway, guys, welcome back to the podcast for another week. Thank you for tuning in here on our YouTube channel. And if you're listening to this podcast for the first time, or you've came across this channel for the first time, and you would like to get in touch with us here, me and person being myself, here on my YouTube channel, obviously through the podcast as well, you can get in touch with us via the following sources. You can follow me on Instagram, which is official Matthew Moore. Also on Twitter, MooreOfficial81. And also you can follow the Facebook fan page, which just search Matthew Moore YouTube on Facebook. And also if you want to email the podcast for any of the subjects that we talk about here on the show, if you have any ideas for the podcast or anything at all you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch by email, which is MatthewMooreYouTube@mail.uk. Right, back for another week of chit-chat and discussion, but I'm not here this week on my own. She's back after I don't know how many weeks she's been away, but she's back, and I'm kind of glad she's back. But we were supposed to have two of them here tonight, but the other one's gone. Brooke, you've decided to finally grace us with your presence.
Hello, it's been how long now?
Too long.
I think it's been like over a month now. It's
far too long.
It's very, very sad, isn't it? But did you miss me?
I'll get to see your face every day, so we'll hardly miss you.
No, but as being your little partner for your
podcast. My head's a bit sore, like, so obviously not. I am kidding, by the way. But it's good to have you back. We're going to talk to you about a lot of things on the podcast this week, guys. We'll have asked you to get in touch with us, and a lot of you have, which has been great. A lot of you have been contacting me by Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, snail mail, pigeon mail, sending me messages by airmail. What else have you been sending me by?
You are absolutely crazy. There's something lacking up there.
But anyway, guys, yes, welcome back to the podcast for another week. Last week we talked in the podcast with you. Now we were supposed to have Lewis here tonight with us, Brooke, but unfortunately Lewis is away on school residential, and he'll not be here on this week's podcast, because I wanted to get him on to talk to him about the whole thing we talked about last week. Get your thoughts on it. Obviously the viral video that went viral, our channel basically exploding over the last 2 weeks has been crazy. Also, we're going to talk about on this week's podcast as well about exams, because a lot of young viewers have been getting in contact with me about their exams, and obviously we're going to talk about your exams, and just basically talk about our general week and stuff in general. So first of all, we'll go straight into the main subject, shall we? Exams. How's your studying going?
See, to be honest with you, a lot better than what I usually do. Usually I like my studying. It's very lackey, and once I get like a week into it, I don't seem to do it anymore. But this time I'm very, very focused, because these are really important exams, and these are going to help with my GCSEs. So.
Okay, and I must admit though, you have been studying quite hard this week, because anytime I've seen you this week, you've had your head stuck in a book.
Got the kitchen table just sitting there studying, and today we bought flashcards and stuff. So more studying, because next week are my exams, starting on Tuesday and then finishing on the following Monday. So.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have been getting in touch with me with obviously talking about your exams and stuff. What sort of exams are you doing at the minute? Obviously, you've told me, but for people who are wanting to know, because people have been asking what type of exams you're doing, what are you studying? Before we go any further, quick shout out to Gaza, by the way, your good friend who we've met, a regular viewer for the last couple of years. He done a test today. I haven't heard back from him, but I hope he's done really well in his exams. So young man, Gareth Brown, if you're listening, Gaza, hope you've done really well today. Let me know how you get on, young man, because I know you were doing, obviously, I don't know why you were a little bit worried this morning, but I did wish you back on Twitter this morning all the best. So hopefully your results have went well. But anyway, continue on. What have you been studying? And let everybody at home know, all these young listeners, what you've been sort of bookworming and studying about.
Well, first of all, good luck, Gareth. Hope you do very well on your tests. But my mostly studying is I've done a lot of geography, and like, what is it?
But you haven't got lost?
No, not yet. I've done a little bit of history. Done a lot of HE, a lot of maths. But RE.
Can you count to 10 yet?
I'm not yet. No.
I'm kidding.
Still getting confused on 8 and 9. I'm joking.
I thought you were going to get up to 3.
RE is going pretty well. I'm having my technology test tomorrow, last period, so I have to get stuck into TD tonight after the podcast. But I feel I've done my music exam, my listening one, so I'm waiting on the results for that. I'm doing in about 2 weeks' time a practical exam, which is pianos. So I've only really done one exam, but tomorrow I'll be doing another. So just hoping and praying I don't get anything below a C.
You'll be fine.
Honestly, the only subjects I'm worried for is like geography and maybe English, but that's about it.
Now, all you have been sending me an emails about. I got an email in front of me from William Farlow. Said he's doing his exams at the minute, so a big shout out to William. Hope he's doing well in his exams. Hope everything's going really well. It's not too stressful for you.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it is quite stressful. I mean, I remember the times when I was doing my exams. It was like really, really, really stressful, and it was just like that's just the time of your life where you're like, oh God, I don't want to do this in our exam. I mean, we were out for dinner earlier on tonight. I remember talking about it at the table, and you were like, oh, it's so stressful and blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, work, just focus. And there's a lot of people out there who don't really care about their exams. They're sort of like, oh yeah, I'll pass, no problem. I don't revise, blah blah blah, and they end up with nothing. All I can really say to you is, guys, I mean, if you'd asked me 25 years ago, I'd have laughed. You went, I dead on, no problem. I was going to do my exam, will be fine. I did do a bit of studying, but nowadays with exams being so much advanced and different compared to whenever I went to school, you need to study quite a lot.
Yeah, it's like, well, I had a wee tip from my form teacher was yesterday morning. Do you know whenever you go into the exam and you forget everything when it comes to doing it? Because everything just goes out of your mind because you're so stressed and you're trying to overthink things. Here's a tip for all these. Get a piece of paper, ask for a piece of paper, and don't do anything until the exam starts. And as soon as the exam starts, write down everything that you know that you'll need for that exam. And as soon as it comes to it, you'll have it down. But don't write it down until your exam starts. So it's technically not cheating, because your exam has started and you're allowed to do that. So just have it down, or even have a piece of paper to scribble on to clear your mind, just so that you can have everything in there instead of losing it and then thinking, oh great, sitting there for about majority of the time doing nothing and then coming to the last 10 minutes and going, oh no, I haven't answered a question. So it gets you through it. So
another one here from Stuart says on Instagram, he sent me a mail the other day saying he's doing his GCSEs at the minute, and he is in 5th form, or I don't know what way they are forms in school work. So you have a lot of American listeners, know what way that works, like what grade that is or whatever, but he's doing his GCSE levels. But I mean, all I can really say is good luck to you. Just they're the big ones, the GCSEs. They can get you obviously further and go into 6th form and obviously go for your A levels, and all I can really say to you is just keep your head down, work hard, and see how it goes.
In the end of it though, if you think about it, once this is all over with and your exam's over with, that's you having a rest. Because as some people say,
your life's a rest.
Some people say no. Most people go, oh, I'm not revising, and not because all they want to do is rest. But this is the time of the year where you need to start working harder than what you usually would, and then it's like a treat. Because once you do something good, you get a treat for it, and it's a reward.
Treat makes you sound like an animal.
I am one.
You're a little doggy dog. You got to be treat there.
Well, a reward. But as soon as you've once you work very, very hard, that end of them exams and that rest is your reward for working so hard. And then obviously your grades and your results and all for it are also a reward for it, and that's the outcoming of the revision. So if you do your revision, the outcoming will be really good grades and results. So, and that'll get you somewhere.
There you go. God, I'm so proud of you sitting there watching you talk like that there. I mean, if I had turned around and said that was me all these years ago, I'd have went, what? But no, watching you say like that makes me feel so proud of you.
Thank you.
There you are. But guys, seriously, a lot of you have been in touch, and I have replied to a lot of you on emails and stuff like that there about your exam results and stuff. And at the end of the day, all I can really say to you is, no matter what age you are, no matter what exam it is you're doing this time of year, all I can really suggest for you to do is just study hard. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh God, studying, all that, go and hang out with my friends and stuff like that. But you got to think about the long haul, on down the road where, what type of job you're going to have, what are you going to do with your life, and at the end of the day, guys, I'll be totally honest with you. I left school with hardly any GCSEs to my name, but I ended up going back to a tutor and stuff afterwards to try and pull my grades back up again, which I did do. I managed to gain an R 4 GCSEs out of it. And, I wasn't lazy at school or anything like that. At the time, I was like, oh, I'm leaving school soon, I can't wait, blah, 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 but then I realised, damn, what am I going to do here? I need to get myself something sorted out here. So I did, and all my advice to you guys is just literally keep your head down, work hard. There's a lot of people out there who will try and hold you back and say, oh, don't do your exams, don't listen. At the end of the day, we'll go out and party, or we'll go out and do this, and we'll go out and put a football match instead, or whatever. At the end of the day, guys, just keep your head down, study hard, and that's all I can really do. And for anybody who's doing an exam this week or next week or whatever, good luck to you all. That's all I can really say.
Well, yeah, if you think, as you said, rather go out and hang with my friends, think about it.
You haven't really seen your friends, because every time I've seen you, you've had your head stuck in a book. And at the end of the day, okay, yes, I'm proud of you for doing that. But at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to a break, you know. But
Yeah.
you've been studying like so hard, you know. And then you come into me the other day. I said it on the vlog the other day. You come into me and said to me, you done a test last week, and you came top. And it was
my
like-
practice papers.
Your practice papers. It was like, what?
Yeah, well, think about it. If you study hard enough, right? Yes, people are gonna say, oh, and do this and that. But you've got a whole summer ahead of you to be able to go hang out with your friends and do whatever you want as much as you want, because this is the most important times. And yeah, obviously I've been studying, but it's for my school, it's like next year we have to go towards our GCSEs and pick them and find out what band we get. So these tests that I have now are going towards that, and the results for this test and then the start of next year's test go towards what I get for my GCSEs. So I have to do very, very good in this. So
Well, in closing, all I can say to you is
good luck.
keep your head down and good luck. But anyway, let's talk about this week for us on our vlogs. Wow. I mean, since the last podcast, guys, we've been out nature walks. What else have we done? My goodness me.
Go-karting?
We've been we'll talk about that. Yeah, I actually want to talk about that go-karting thing. Lewis had a sports day, which was very, very good fun. Yeah, you did say about going go-karting. Go-karting was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Guys, if you haven't seen that video yet, go and watch it. It's on the channel. Seriously, we go karting at Eddie Irvine Sports in Bangor. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
Apart from Brooke's situation where it's like, Dad, I don't really like this this suit you gotta wear. It's like it doesn't match my shoes, or like, hold on here, wee second. It's not a fashion statement. It's a racing suit. I don't care if it's purple, green, black, blue, orange. You put it on and you ride it in the car. Because I said to you for a laugh, there was a pink one. You went, oh no, I don't like that. It doesn't match my shoes.
I should have wore the pink one for the fun of it. I mean, I was wearing white shoes.
Maybe I should have wore a pink one.
Oh my god, I would have laughed. That would have been so funny. I mean, that means like a lot of people would have seen you, and then it would have been a meme.
Yeah, well, I give the trolls something to laugh about.
Nah, we don't give them.
Who cares about the trolls?
Don't give them atmosphere. They don't deserve it.
Nah, well, the hell with them. But yeah. Also in the vlog this week, we had a bit of a singer. Now I've got a question here from Facebook about this, Brooke, and I'm gonna actually read this out. A very good friend of mine called Emma.
Okay.
You know Emma quite well.
Is this the Emma from?
The Emma I know him for like over 20 years.
Oh.
Yes, we met her son and her in Tesco last week.
Yes.
Her son, by the way, Emma, I know you're probably listening, but her son wanted to have 20 babies when he grows up.
Oh, that Emma.
Yeah, that
He
Emma.
has a girlfriend. They're gonna get married. Not yet.
And have 20 babies. He's only 5-year-old. God bless him. Emma, if you're listening, God love you, darling.
When he grows up, I think that'll change. Maybe to about 1 or 2.
Yeah, trust me, it's like what? Seriously, 20 babies, like really? Yeah, she wrote me a comment on the thing I posted on Facebook the other day. It says, "Does Brooke have any plans to look into furthering her singing?"
I mean, I do. What I want to do is whenever I leave school is become sort of like an actor or a singer, and I've always wanted to go on.
Actress.
Sorry. I've always wanted to go on like Britain's Got Talent or X Factor, and I've been begging Dad for like years.
That's the nights where you book a night out and don't watch the program.
Excuse me.
Kidding.
I was saying to Dad, and even Nanny said she's gonna sign me up.
I have suggested that you continue on with your choir, continue on getting singing lessons to improve your voice even better, because your voice is starting to crack and break now. So I've suggested this to you.
Yeah, but I want to go on Britain's Got Talent. I don't know why, but I just do. I mean, to be honest with you, I probably won't get further than the auditions.
In the year 2035.
Why 2035?
Because I'll be an old man. I'll like have memory loss by then, so I'll be too old to remember.
You're so rude.
I'm joking.
If I was to go on X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, I would want you at the side. What?
Of course it would be with a vlogging camera.
Oh my god. Don't worry, I'm already on Worldwide TV. Why don't you put me on YouTube?
We've been on TV channels over the last week or so. We've been on, let me see, TV in Germany. We've been on TV here in Northern Ireland. We've been on TV in Liverpool. We've been on TV in Scotland. Where else were we on TV? France. TV here. Lewis and I's part of our vlog at the Burnley game was on Chinese TV as well recently.
Isn't that lovely?
We've been on TV everywhere. It's just insane. But yeah, so Emma wants to know, are you going to try and pursue this further?
Yes, 100%.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Emma, for your question. I do appreciate it. We're going to answer more questions shortly, but moving on to all the week we've had as well. We went on a day out last Saturday to Belfast. That was a good day, wasn't it?
Oh, that was fun. I got my friend's pillow.
Brooke got slightly embarrassed in Belfast.
Oh no.
If you haven't saw the vlog, go and watch the vlog where we do a flashback. Now, recently we've been doing quite a bit of flashbacks, and we've done a flashback in the vlog today, so stay tuned for that.
No, why is it every time we do flashbacks it's always on me? He's pick on me.
Hang
Honestly.
on a wee second. Says the person who wanted me to show the footage of Lewis falling off a scooter in Southport.
It's not a flashback. That's just an embarrassing moment which will stay with us forever and ever.
Go and check out the vlog from last Saturday where we went to Belfast for the day, where Brooke got slightly embarrassed on it with a guy who she used to have a crush on.
Shh! Don't tell my secret.
By the way, he's away on holiday today, on a stag party.
Lucky him.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to go on one with the tanning stuff.
In the clothes that he bought in Primark.
Oh my god! What the wee pink top and all.
Oh, what?
Oh my
I seen
god!
a photo on Facebook this morning. Dana, don't mind your listener. If you're not, well, hope you're having a good time over there.
Yes.
Also this week, guys, we have launched gaming videos on the channel. Now, Lewis and I were talking about this for quite a while. A lot of you gamers out there who watch us have been asking us to do videos for gaming. Now, we've put out 2, starting a new career mode in FIFA 19. We haven't recorded any more yet because obviously Lewis is away. But when he comes back, we're going to be recording the likes of more FIFA videos, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, WWE 2K19, and a few other games that Lewis plays as well. So, and if you have any suggestions for games you'd like to see on the channel, certainly drop us a line here on the channel. No Fortnite. Fortnite is not allowed in this home right now because Fortnite is the most stupidest game I've ever seen created in my life. Then dances are absolutely embarrassing. People who spend their entire days on Fortnite need to get themselves a life. Now, I know a lot of people who play games all the time, like FIFA, Call of Duty, all these big title games. But Fortnite, seriously, you need to get yourself a life. Fortnite is ridiculous. It's the most stupidest game I have ever seen in my life. Plus the fact that it encourages young people to act like fools and also be violent, because I've seen a lot of schools here in Northern Ireland actually try to ban Fortnite as well. Also, celebrities are trying to sue Fortnite for stealing their stealing their intellectual property or something like that for dances and stuff like that. It's the most stupidest game I've ever seen in my life. And if you disagree with me, that's absolutely fine, because something, I'm going to give my personal opinion of it. I tried it, didn't like it. I've been playing computer games since I was a young lad. I've played computer games from no age, and to be quite honest with you, I think it's one of the most stupidest games I have ever played in my life. Sorry about the rant, but I just don't like it. And I've spoken to a lot of parents as well recently, even the ones at Lewis' school now, all don't like it. They think it's the most stupidest game ever created. And people who pay thousands of pounds into that game is just absolutely stupid.
See, to be honest with you, and I mean, you can troll as much as you want on this, but see, to be honest with you, the best game I've ever played, it would be Minecraft. It brings back so many memories with me and Lewis, because me and Lewis used to sit, whenever we first moved in here about a year or two, me and Lewis used to sit in his room.
Lewis now.
Sorry, excuse my English. You're as bad as my English teacher. He does that. He corrects me. No, but Lewis and I,
yay,
would sit in his room for hours on end just playing Minecraft. Honestly, and it's like the best times ever.
The simplest games are the best games.
I mean, it teaches kids though how to be able to interact with each other and share and build and create and have a creative mind, and that's like one of the best skills to have, is to have a creative mind.
We are going to get a lot of trolls coming in about this podcast and saying, "Oh, Matthew, you're full of crap. Fortnite's the best thing ever going." Do yourself a favor, grow up and take your nappy off your ass and get yourself a life.
Minecraft is the best, even though it's like really.
Well, I would be more into my older games. Give over. Anyway, apart from that, guys. Also, I was up to my little niece's sports day this week, which Tony was a very proud dad. And also, I was in Carrickfergus this week as well. So it's been a very interesting week on the vlogs, guys. If you haven't checked them out, go please and check them out. Really good. But here, there's one question that was asked quite a lot to get my view on. This YouTuber, James Charles. Now, I've watched, a lot of you have been asking me about this person. What's my opinion on it? Now, I never watched this guy until this whole controversy came out that apparently he was bullying people and doing inappropriate things to people that he shouldn't be doing, and things that are really out of hand and revolting and disgusting. But anyway, people have been asking me for well over a week and a half, 2 weeks now, what is my opinion on this guy? So I just took it upon myself one night to sit down and turn on this weirdo's channel on YouTube and have a look. Honestly. Seriously, I am not surprised if his channel has been closed down. I've seen all these reaction videos to all this thing, and people saying that he's losing over 1 million subscribers in a day, and he's lost more apparently now. And now here's the thing. Here's my own honest opinion of it, guys. If the guy's doing what everybody says that he's doing, and he has been proved that he is doing it, then he deserves the rotten hell, and his channel deserves to rot, and obviously go and be deleted, and obviously doesn't deserve to be on the platform. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty, but again, you do get obviously people out there who become haters of YouTubers because obviously they defriend them, or people come in and big famous YouTubers, for example, try and use them for their money and their success, and then the YouTuber catches on while they're there and tells them where to go. Then obviously you get the person going on making their own channel and making all allegations against the person, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about here. Everything snowballs into a big situation where everything goes obviously viral and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know why this guy is guilty or not, because I only know parts of the story. But again, Brooke comes home and tells me all her little teenage friends tell them, did you see this video about what's said about this guy? Was it him, James Charles, or in my opinion, I think he's a weird cat. He's gay, isn't he? He is gay, and I'm nothing wrong with that. I've gay friends, and I have absolutely nothing wrong with people who are gay or whatever. At the end of the day, I've got loads of gay friends. You know, I've got lesbian friends, I've got gay friends. I don't really care. It's their choice. It's their lifestyle. I support them. They're my friends. I love them. They're, at the end of the day, guys, if this guy is doing what especially this woman, I don't know who she is, who's I don't know who she is. She came out and made this video on her channel saying that he was abusing his power, he was using for money and all these different things, and she set up sponsorship forums and all this here and earned him all this money and all, and then apparently backstabbed her. Honestly, guys, I don't know the full story about it, but if he is guilty, then personally I think he should rot in hell for what they say that he's done, because I think it's absolutely disgusting. Again, I consider myself only a small time YouTuber, but if I was in the position that he was in, I've been asked this question a lot, guys, over the last week or so, especially since our channel, or that viral video we had there 2 weeks ago, when our channels obviously grew tremendously. People always ask me, I've even asked by the public face to face. I was asked by social media. I was asked everywhere. Will you change if you ever became a massive YouTuber? Never in a million years would I ever change for anybody. I would never ever ever change. If I woke up tomorrow and I had 10 million subscribers and all this money was flowing into my bank account from YouTube, and I was making millions and millions every year, and I had all this money and all this success, would I change? Absolutely not. Would I live in the same home? Not a chance. Would I move? Absolutely. Would I buy a bigger house? Probably, but not a massive house like some of these YouTubers have. Would I get myself a nice car? Absolutely. Would it be a car that's like absolutely out of this world? Probably not. A basic car, which is obviously a nice car. I would have a nice home, and I would obviously get all my bills paid and, clear all my debts and obviously live happily with my children. But would I change? Absolutely not. Why would I want to change because I have money and I have success? At the end of the day, I'm me, and I always say this on my vlogs as well. At the end of the day, if you don't like me for who I am, sling your hook on your bike, change the channel, move on, disappear. Go away and leave us alone. But go back to this guy, James Charles. What's my view on it? If he's guilty, he should be hammered for it. If he's innocent, let him try and prove himself innocent. If he is innocent and he's proven innocent, okay, fair enough. But if not, then so be it. But Brick here wants to say a few things about it, because teenagers talk about YouTubers all the time. The basic platform YouTubers mostly watch between the age of maybe 13 to 25. That's the biggest area of viewers. But Brick, you're itching to say something here. What is it?
Right. Well, James Charles, yes, watched him for maybe nearly over 2 years.
What exactly does he do?
He started off like to do with singing and makeup. He's like a makeup singing sort of thing. He is very, very good, and he's went to a lot of. He's really good at fashion, and then I've watched it and his makeup tutorials and all that stuff. And he brought out his own palette and all not too long ago. But
I seen that. That's a makeup thing, isn't it? I seen that.
Charles, yeah, it's his Morphe X thing collab thing he did with him. But it came out the other week that he had done some bad stuff, and he had Tati had put up a video and exposed him completely. So James had uploaded a video not too long ago, maybe a week or something ago, and had said, it's all came out, and that you know, they all have agreed, him, Jeffree Star and Tati have all agreed that they are going to try and move on from this. I mean, he is technically guilty. He has sort of admitted to doing it all. But in his defense, it's not all true. But then again, we don't know. But there's been like,
he's innocent until proven guilty.
There's messages and all. There is messages, and Tati and James have both shown them. Jeffree Star is kind of involved because he's posted stuff on like Snapchat.
I have absolutely no idea who you're talking about.
They're all YouTubers. Jeffree is something like James. He's like gay and makeup and all that stuff. But
my question to you is, do you think he's guilty?
Yes, because there is a lot of evidence.
Okay, well that basically wraps it up. Because at the end of the day, guys, all I say, my final word on it is, if he's guilty and he's proven guilty, properly proved guilty, then he should pay the consequence for it. If he's innocent, then let him give it. Everybody has an opportunity to prove their innocence. But if he's
in between at the moment, he's sort of guilty, but he hasn't done.
I don't know. I don't watch him.
The very, very bad stuff that has been said about him are not true. The sort of all the sort of iffy stuff is sort of true.
Well, fair enough. Whatever. Like, I don't really mind, but I don't know who he is. I've just had a lot of people ask me about him. I just watched a couple of his videos and went, "He's not for me. I'm sorry."
I was a fan of him because of makeup and what he does and stuff, but I haven't really. I like sort of like stopped watching him. But now, until I know exactly, I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna stay away until I know exactly if he's guilty or not.
Well, there you are. Guys, I want to go straight into your messages now because we've been talking here for nearly 20 minutes, and I want to sort of try and get a lot of your questions. And I did ask you on. I'll go to the Facebook first of all. I did ask you, to get in some of your questions and stuff over the last sort of couple of days or so to see what you are all wanting to know and things like that. So here we go. First question is from Joseph Conway. Says, "Are you looking forward to a few more crazy nights in the Boomerang Corner next season?" And it's the Belfast Giants. I cannot wait till the new season starts. There's a lot of people who I go to the hockey with actually miss a lot. So, yes, I'm looking forward to getting back to the Boomerang Corner next year and seeing our next season. Sorry, but I think it starts August now because of this league they're in now. This European league they've been in. The draw's been done the other day. People were actually asking what my opinion of it is. I'll talk about that in just a wee second. Luke Wilson wants to know, what made you want to do YouTube? Okay. Can I talk? Yeah, it was Brooke. I watched YouTubers for a while. The one I still watch to this day, Michael Green. His dad, Uncle Grandpa, who's no longer with us anymore. I love the way you talk over in the background and you're not even sitting beside the microphone. You move away from the mic and then you talk and then you can't hear you.
Sorry.
You see distance in the background. Dad, over here. Yeah, Brooke came to me a couple of years ago and says, "Dad, would you like to try YouTube and see how it goes?" And I thought, well, I already make YouTube videos because obviously the football and stuff, I'm working in the Irish League and stuff like that. Bits and pieces that I do. You know something? Okay, well, let me think about it. And then she kept coming in and she was watching her own YouTubers herself. And then one day we had another discussion about it again. And I thought, you know something, let's give it a go and see how it goes. So you can blame Brooke for that one. So you can. So, but
it's not a bad thing.
Well, it's not really, because we made a lot of friends out of it. We've made a lot of an army.
And then we were on the news.
And we've obviously on Sky Sports, and we've done all these different things. And we've met new people. Now we've got the most important thing. We've got our own another family.
My teachers know who I am, but not in a good way because they think I'm crazy.
No, but we've got another family. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's true. Because well, except for the trolls, they can just go live in their own families. But
we have another family called the Moor Army.
Woohoo!
So yes, we have
very much.
Oh, we love our viewers and fans and supporters. We love them all so much. Let see. Obviously Ben there came in and asked me what I think of the draw, and what am I going to do for the Champions League final? Do you know something? I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag here, guys. I was actually looking this morning because tickets went on sale this morning. For the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool, they're showing the Champions League final in the big, I think it's 10 or 12,000 seater arena, and I went on this morning to try and get tickets for it, which I could have got no problem. But the only problem is, guys, the hotels were too expensive. For 2 nights in Liverpool, it was going to cost the guts of £300, which is a lot of money. I even looked at the alternatives, i.e. Manchester to stay in, same sort of price. Southport, Birkenhead, all those areas are excruciating money. So, the plans for the Champions League final is, if it's a nice day, we're going to have a Champions League party outside the house. As in the back garden, big TV put up outside, big giant screen put up outside, banners put everywhere. If you haven't saw the vlog actually from last Saturday where we get our Champions League final banner, the one with Jurgen Klopp and stuff on it, go and check it out. It's on my social media pages as well. So that's pretty much what we're doing for the Champions League final. We're getting Dad and all around. We're going to have barbecue set up. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have food. We're going to have Mum round, my brother around. Hopefully if he's not off, if he's off it, even though he's a Newcastle fan. Never worry, it's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do for the Champions League final. Let's have a look here and see. Samuel Gray wants to know, what has been your favourite moment on YouTube? Start with you.
Oh, I really don't know. I mean, I mean, it's off topic, but my worst favorite moments whenever you do flashbacks on me.
Never mind that. Answer the question. I'm avoiding this, but I'm asking the question. He wants to know what's been your favourite moment on YouTube.
I think, whenever we did our prank and they all believed it, and then at the end we were just like, prank!
Oh, the April Fool?
Yeah, that was funny. It's one of my favourites.
My favourite moment on YouTube? Let me think. Christmas 2017, when you got your phone. The reaction that she gave was just unbelievable. Let me think. Christmas last year. Wait, was it last year or was it the year before when I got your granny, or not your nanny, sorry, the photographs of her brother?
I think that was the year before. It wasn't this year. She got her phone this year.
It's correct. It was 2 years ago. Mum's brother passed away about 2.5 years ago. And I found photographs on an old memory card that she didn't even know existed from, I think it was her sister's wedding a lot of years ago. And I found some really cool pictures and went and got them blown up for her and put into a special frame and all for her for Christmas. And when she opened them, she cried. So yeah, that was a very special moment. Trying to think. Obviously the Liverpool reaction videos have been good fun too as well. There's been that many. I'm trying to think of anything else, which is pretty. Birthdays have been good. Some sad videos too as well. But no, there's been so many good moments. I mean, it's hard to believe I've been vlogging for 3.5 years. It's insane.
What is it? Maybe next March? Is it 4 years?
4 years.
Oh my god! Just think, whenever we first started, I was what, 10 maybe, 9 or 10. And this was about what, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 6 or 7. You thought you'd be doing the best. I think the best part about this is, if you look back at it and look now, we've grown up so much and you can see the process of growing up, and I think that's especially a cool moment for you, because you get to go back and see your children whenever they're like smaller, and it's like whenever they
and you make me feel old.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anyway, I've got another one on Facebook here from a person who you know probably very well, and I know really, really well. James Moore. My cousin has actually mailed me on here. He wants to know, did you like the new George Best statue they unveiled in Belfast yesterday? Yes, I did. I thought it was really. Here's a pretty cool story. Here's a cool story for you guys. A lot of you might not know this, but the day that Brooke was born on the same day that George Best died. Okay, and this is a cool story. Now, do you ever hear the old saying? It's like an old wives' tale. When someone dies in the world, someone else is born. Yeah, exactly. So for every person who dies in the world, somebody else is born. So on the day that Brooke's mum was obviously in labour, giving Brooke, I'm not going to give any detail, giving birth to Brooke. I'm not going to give any gory details, by the way, but I do remember the story very, very well because it was the day that I cried like a baby. But anyway, moving on. It was coming up to late. George Best died in the early hours of the morning. Now I'll never forget it because when it was here's the thing. I always remember this year very, very well. I got married that year to Brooke's mum in February. Liverpool won the Champions League that year. A few months later, in May, Brooke was born in November. So I got a hat trick of good things in 1 year. But I still have two. Liverpool won the European Cup, and obviously Brooke was born. But obviously we're not with Brooke's mum anymore. But that's another story. But anyway, that night we were obviously trying. Brooke's mum was trying to give birth, and at the last minute, Brooke decided she didn't want to come out. So there was a whole big hold up and blah blah blah, and that was it. I was wearing the Champions League Liverpool polo shirt, which I still have, by the way, in a box in the attic. Yeah, from the Champions League final. So yeah, I was standing there, and I remember it was early hours in the morning because your mum was in labour for a long time. You wouldn't come out, Brooke. You were just like you were just looking at me like really weird now. But honestly, you would not come out. You were like, I'm not coming. I'm too comfy. It's like you're like that now, trying to get you to bed in the morning. It's like, get up out of bed, you won't move. But no, it was just this wee nurse came in, tapped me on the shoulder, and went, "Mr. Moore." I went, "Yeah." And she goes, football fan? I says, yeah, I am. Yeah. Because she must have recognised the Liverpool polo shirt, and she went, George, it's just been announced there like 5 minutes ago in the news. George Best passed away 5 minutes ago. I says, you're joking? She says, no. And then 20 minutes later, you were born. That's strange because, George Best was a great football player. He came from Craigie in Belfast. He was a fantastic player. He played for Manchester United. But obviously his demons got him with obviously his drinking problem and stuff like that. And unfortunately he passed away. But they unveiled that new statue. Just wanted to tell you that wee story, by the way. In Belfast yesterday. And I think it's a cool statue. Now, a lot of people are complaining, saying it's a bit weird looking. Personally, I haven't seen it yet. But I might take you up someday and see it because Northern Ireland are playing soon. And obviously, I want to go up to Windsor Park very, very soon as well for a couple of other things. So I'll obviously go up and get a photograph of it and stuff and, and have a look at it personally. But from the photographs I've seen, it looks pretty good. People have always asked me, or not just James, but asked me, people say, oh, did you not go up and see it and stuff and blah, blah. I would love to see it. I'm going to eventually see it soon, but I think it's a good thing. Unveiling statues outside Windsor Park of the players who were Northern Ireland legends, the likes of George Best, and obviously hopefully we'll see more outside the ground in the future. So Jamesy, thank you very much for your question, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope your new home is going well too as well, because you and your wife just bought a new home there recently, and I hope it goes really, really well. Jordan Hyde wants to know, this is a question I don't even have to answer, who's my favourite WWE wrestler of all time? Brooke, do you want to answer that?
What for you?
Who's my favourite wrestler?
316 Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Why did you say 316 first?
I don't know, just the best way to introduce him.
Steve Austin. And now here's the thing, I liked Steve Austin even before he became Stone Cold in WCW and also the NWA days as well back in the 80s when he started in 1989. I actually liked Steve when he was in the Hollywood Blondes with Brian Pillman, God rest his soul. And here's another thing too as well, in relation to WWE wrestlers, today is actually the 20th anniversary of the death of Owen Hart. On the day of this podcast being recorded on the 23rd of May, I remember that day like it was yesterday, Brooke, 1999. Over the Edge pay-per-view live on Sky Sports. My God, it's even thinking about it gives me goosebumps and chills thinking about it. Owen Hart fell 75 foot from the ceiling and straight into the top turnbuckle head first and died that because of those injuries. He was still partially alive when they were wheeling him away from the ring after working with him, but he was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. People were saying he passed away in the ambulance. People said he passed away in the arena. Don't know, but the footage has never arose of any of this here, and I would never like to see the footage anyway. But people who were in the arena at night all said it was like they thought it was like a dummy or something, like a crash test dummy being thrown from the ceiling or something like that. But the referee who was in the ring, Jimmy Cordelis at the time, done an interview one time and said, he felt just like the air flew past him, his own body fell past him when he was in the ring and hitting that was the top turnbuckle. But yeah, that was 20 years ago today. Unbelievable. I can't believe it's been 20 years since Owen died. It was like it was yesterday. And I just mentioned Brian Pillman there. He passed away in 1997. He's gone 22 years. I can't believe it. It's been just the years have gone by so quickly. But to answer your question, yes, it has been Steve Austin. I do have a couple of our favourites as well. From back in the day, like Ted DiBiase. See, I watched all these stars before they got big into WWE. I remember watching Hulk Hogan before he came property. He had his first run in WWE for a while, and then he went back to the AWA and stuff like that, and then he came to the WWF and became the big star that he became now. But that's just how old I am, and obviously how long I've been watching wrestling for.
If you think about it, I mean, if you were to ask me that question, I would not tell you a WWE wrestler.
Who's your favourite?
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall. You'd love to meet him, wouldn't you? We were in Liverpool the time that Love of Wrestling was on, a big convention. We were in the convention centre, the exhibition centre, days before that at that big fun fair thing. And I asked you two, did you want to stay for an extra couple of days to go to it? And you went, no. And then I did tell you Scott Hall was at it. And then a few days later, I said to you when it was happening, I went, Scott Hall's there. And you went, why didn't you tell me Scott Hall was there? I mean, yeah, I did tell you about that. You know what I mean? You could have had your photograph taken in National Hall in your NWO shirt doing the two sweet, and you could have met him. And I could have met the likes of Ted DiBiase, Jimmy Hart, RVD, Eric Bischoff was there.
Oh my God.
I know EB was there, but they're coming back next year to Liverpool in the 12th. 100%. I don't give a damn if Lewis doesn't want to go. I am going to be there. EB's going to be there next year. Hall, Nash, all these big names next year, and we are going no matter what.
Yeah.
So back to the questions. James Mitchell wants to know if I've ever been to Scotland. Yes, plenty of times in the past, and do I like Scottish football? I watch Scottish football now and again. I'm not a massive fan of Scottish football. I don't know. It's okay. It's not bad. I watch the big games, but I don't really sort of rush to watch Scottish football, to be quite honest with you. I do watch it now and again. Score prediction for the final from Ben Weir. Okay. Score prediction for the final. Liverpool to win. Not comfortably, but Liverpool to win the final. I don't know how much by, but I hope they do get a good result. What do you think the final will be?
I mean, I'm hoping Liverpool win. I mean, it's against Spurs. No offense to Spurs fans, but I mean, Spurs are a good team, but Liverpool have the better side.
I hear Bobby Firmino and Chamberlain's back in training again for contention for the squad.
Thank goodness. Missed them boys, honestly.
You just love Henderson, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to Instagram here, guys, for a question. One here from Sam SXTN. Got a question for the podcast. Would you consider YouTube as a career personally for yourself, or more ways of passing the time by having fun at the same time? Okay, well, but I use YouTube as a career at this specific time. No.
No, I mean, you could consider it a career maybe down the line if we got a lot bigger, but at the moment, it's just a hobby.
It's just a hobby, guys, at the minute. A little bit of hobby. I've said this so many times on the vlog, and people keep asking the same question over and over again. You know, what I do is, what else do I do, or do I do this full time or whatever? No, guys, I used YouTube as a platform at the first start off with for fun, and obviously most importantly, meeting new people. I'm tired of saying it 100 times a week. I use the platform, yes, okay, to improve our lives and make it better and make videos, because I love making videos. I love editing. I have a passion about it. You know, I do it outside of YouTube and all too as well. I have a passion for it. You know, media and stuff like that's what I'm into, what I do. You know, at the end of the day, guys, I use YouTube as a way, obviously, for making our life better. Like, for example, traveling to new places, doing different things, meeting new people. That's the most important thing, meeting new people. That's why I do YouTube. So, would I love to do it as a career permanently one day down the road? Oh, who wouldn't? Who making videos every day, and you know, a lot of them big YouTubers, that's just basically their life.
Exactly. I mean, I was gonna say, it'd be just great to, it's not as much work, but it is if you think about it, because if you get big and that's your full-time career, imagine how much editing you'd have to do a week.
Well, I do a video 7 days a week anyway, so I'm used to it.
I know, but imagine getting really big and have to do 20-minute videos or something. God, you'd have a lot.
Well, we do 10-15 minutes videos a day anyway.
I know, but imagine having to do that. That would be sad. Be real. I mean, I would love to become a YouTuber sometime, but see all the editing you'd have to do, especially with
That's why your father's here to teach you.
That's what I'm doing, because at the moment I'm starting to take your footsteps in with all the media stuff and doing posters, and I had a poster to make the other day in Oliver Cromwell, and you know, I took your little editing skills and made it all cool and all, and it's all your fault, Dad. You're making me into you.
But that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. Media work and advertising and things like that there, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, if you want to follow those footsteps and do those wee things too, then fair play to you at the end of the day.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you're stuck for a job or something, not even, if you come down the line and you're very...
Oh, Dad, come and fix my CV for me.
Or even just, down the line, need something to do or something, or if you're in the media, it's especially whenever your parents are to do it, it's not an easy
yeah, job. In other words, Daddy, I want you to help me.
Not an easy job, but
moving on to the next question.
No, not an easy job, but it's fun. It is fun, it can be. And then following in your father's, sorry, very snobby, father's footsteps, I think it's a great thing, especially for a girl to do it. I don't think many girls would follow in their dad's footsteps, more their mother's.
Are you trying to make me cry on this podcast?
Yes, Dad, I hope you cry.
No, please don't.
If future dad editing this, please cry and record it so I can watch it.
Next question. Moving on. You clown. I'm joking. I love you loads. Matt, is it Clunky or CLOKEY? Question for the Q&A, or question for the podcast, you know what I mean? Have I ever been to a Rangers game? Rangers games in Northern Ireland? Yes. Rangers game at Ibrox? Never. Never.
Have I been to a Rangers
No. No, you were at a 23s game 2 years ago against Ards. So no, I would love to go to a Rangers game someday. I love not even just Rangers games, any game. You know, there's the other week I went to Birmingham versus Derby County. I mean, obviously I was in Birmingham, Solihull area for a wedding, but I thought to myself, the wedding's not until night time. I'm going to go and take in a championship game, guys. I don't. Here's the thing. Yes, I'm a big Liverpool fan. I love Liverpool to bits. Liverpool hardcore to the day I die. I've even got a Liverpool bird tattooed on my leg. You know, that's going to go to the grave of me. At the end of the day, you know, one thing about the Liverpool bird is, want to hear a funny joke? That bird on my leg will never be my ex.
Oh yeah, I get it. You've got girlfriends and they become your ex.
Bird. See?
Yeah, because girls are called bird.
Anyway, Liverpool's my main team. You know, obviously support Northern Ireland and obviously things like that too as well. But you know, at the end of the day, I go to any game. Doesn't bother me. It's football. You know, football is a game to me when I go and watch. So I would go and watch any type of game, just for the hell of it, because I like. We see SPF. What is it? I've asked here about again. Sorry, another question here. But Dylan McCallum saying, "What team do I support in the SPL?" I don't support any team in the SPL. I just watch the occasional game, just for the bit of fun, like so. It looks like Harry Graham, but Harry spelled with an HXRRYG instead of an RXAHAM. Who's my favourite YouTuber? Michael Green. Angry Grandpa. Who else? That's pretty much it, really. What's our YouTubers like? But that's Michael Green's probably my favourite, and that's one guy I want to meet one day. Do you know I was actually compared to being like him one time? But he's obviously a bigger version of me. Obviously. You know what I mean? But yeah, Michael Green. So he's my favourite YouTuber out there at the minute. So who's your favourite YouTuber?
I mean, I don't for YouTube. I don't really watch YouTubers or watch like lyric stuff and music. But if I had to pick, I think I would go for Simply Neological, or Christine as she would call herself. She lives in Canada. She's like a nail. Well, she started off with nails, and she has a boyfriend called Ben. But I mean, he's her drink slave. Put it that way. He brings her tea. She's obsessed with tea. Her and Nanny would get along so well. Obsessed with tea.
Remember the girls we met in Belfast, the sports director the other day when I was buying your Liverpool shirt? One of them said she was addicted to tea.
Oh my god, yeah. She said there was a big swimming pool. The cup, she would drink tea out of it. Yeah, it's simply illogical.
There you go. I couldn't even say that word. Anyway, last one from Instagram. Matthew underscore is it Matthew underscore, is it junior or INR? Is that an INR or is that a junior? INR, is that? JNR 12 says, we see. Hi Matthew, this is a question for the podcast. What drives you to keep doing YouTube? I love the videos and the podcast. Keep up the good work. What keeps me going on YouTube? Would you like to answer that question? What do you think keeps me going on YouTube?
The people who love and support us and are able to say, you know, like especially the people that go, like you got a message the other week that said, you know, you help people get along with their life and help them through every day. I think that's what keeps you going. The fans and the support and the love that you get from it, and just the motivation, and also me and Lewis. Cause
what keeps me going on YouTube? Well, let me think. Obviously the viewers. 100%, that's the main one. Obviously I have a passion for making videos. Would I like to be big someday on YouTube? Probably, yeah. Would I change for it? No. But I in recent weeks, guys, and all jokes aside here, Brooke, I've received a couple of emails from different people with different scenarios. That has actually literally brought me to tears, to be quite honest with you. Like one particular girl sent me an email a few weeks back. I'm not going to give her name, obviously, because obviously respect her privacy. And I actually I haven't get around to like sending her an email to see how she's doing and stuff like that, because I haven't obviously mailed her for a couple of weeks. But she sent me a message saying to me about, you know, suffering with really bad depression and feeling suicidal, and obviously, you know, other things have happened in her life where she almost lost her life and stuff like that. And she says there's only 2 YouTubers in the world that keep her going, and she says that one of them was us. And things like that, guys, keep me going. Now, I've said this before. Obviously, Brooke's sitting here because I don't want to get too much into it, because obviously she's young and stuff like that, and I wouldn't like to talk about it in front of her. But There's days, guys, where I find it really even hard to get out of bed in the morning. I mean, the things that I've been through personally, even before I started vlogging, over the last 3.5, 4 years, things that's happened, the likes of, breaking up with Brooke and Lewis's mum, going through a divorce, being left in a lot of debt after my wedding, or after my marriage, sorry. I had a nervous breakdown. I don't know if I've actually talked about that in the vlog before. I had a nervous breakdown in 2013 where I lost everything, like my home, my job, my car, my life savings. Didn't see Brooke and Lewis for a long time. Pretty much hit rock bottom, but I pulled myself out of it. There's days where I obviously in recent times, obviously breaking up with Andrea and all the other stuff going on too as well. But again, guys, I use YouTube as my motivation to get up every day. There's days I don't even want to get out of bed and turn the camera on. There's days I don't even want to vlog at all. There's days I want to take a week. I'd say, I'll take a week off this week and just not vlog at all. But then I feel like I'm letting my audience down. I feel like I'm letting the viewers down. Well, yeah, obviously. In a way it is, because what keeps me motivated every day, guys, is the likes of those people contacting me saying they watch us every day and the messages we get every day. And the likes of that time I met that wee young lad Joe in the wheelchair at the Northern Ireland game. I see wee Joe quite a lot at games and all now. I saw him at the Irish Cup final. He always sends me voice messages telling me all the time how much he loves the channel and how much he loves Brooke and Lewis. And when I see all that, and I get all these different people mailing me all the time, and yes, I do get my haters, people coming in. We get ones there last week and all saying like, you're all fake and you don't work for a living and you don't do this and you don't do that and you're fake. And people even saying to me my kids are not even my kids, and saying that we're actors, and saying that my kids were props and they're actors, and and I pay people to be in my vlogs, and I go into businesses and tell them that I'm gonna and they basically saying that my vlogs are fake and it's like a TV series or a movie. That used to bug me at the start, but see now it fuels me to go. But what keeps me on YouTube, guys, is obviously the fans and the viewers. And when I get messages from people every day saying how much our videos brighten up their day, and and it's still, I don't believe it when I read those messages, because at the end of the day it brings me happiness that I haven't felt in a long time. I have had happiness in my life. The likes of the day Brooke and Lewis was born, the day I got married, all those little things that have happened to me. But recent years has been a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups. A lot of stuff that we've been through as a family, even when we started on YouTube. But what keeps me going on YouTube, guys, that makes me pick up that camera every day, is the viewers and the stuff that I hear from you guys all the time. Some of the stories I hear is just heartbreaking. I mean, it is absolutely heartbreaking. People are suffering from all different walks of life, different things that are happening in their life. All good stories as well, don't get me wrong. People coming in saying that they watch us every day. I get pictures sent to me all the time of people watching me on their TVs, and all these different things. It just, my good God, guys, it just warms me so much and it keeps me going. If I didn't have YouTube, I don't know where the hell we'd be right now. Honestly, YouTube is basically like our second home.
No, Anfield.
Well, apart Anfield and then YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is our whenever we asked you a long time ago to pick a name for the family or our YouTube viewers, and one of you come up with the Mirror Army. And ever since that, I get these messages all the time: Mirror Army, Mirror Army, Mirror Army, happy days, and even to see those messages, guys, makes my heart just melt. So to answer the main question, what keeps me going on YouTube is the viewers. And that's my fuel. Guys, if I didn't have YouTube, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing with myself right now. And it's not because of the fact that people are saying like, oh, you're getting big now, you're going to start earning loads of money on YouTube and you're going to forget about your fans. And people mail me like saying sometimes, oh, you don't respond to your fans. Here's the thing, guys. If you send me a message on Messenger or Instagram or whatever, starting off just with a saying, hey mate, do you think I'm going to respond to that? Not a chance. At the end of the day, if you're respectful, yes, hi mate, how's it going, blah blah blah. But and see the ones I get sometimes from, hey mate, what's a crack? You alright, mucker? What's happening? I don't answer that. I just scroll past it on the another email. If you're respectful towards me and you have a serious point or a serious question, yes. If I find your email amongst the ones that we get, guys, we get emails every day. and it's crazy, and trying to keep up with that, and obviously our daily lives, it's so hard. But to finish off what I'm saying here is, guys, at the end of the day, you're the reason why we keep going. And most importantly, we love meeting new people, and we've met so many people over the last year. It's been frightening how many friends we've made. So yeah, to answer your question, what keeps us going and what keeps me going is you guys. And it's not because obviously we've picked up now and we've obviously been more noticed and all now. That's a bonus. That is a bonus in my eyes. It's last 2 weeks, the amount of views we've got on YouTube and the amount of things we've done with all the TV interviews and the newspaper reports and the many interviews I've done and the many pictures I've been taken with people, and that's the bonus. That's the bonus. When somebody comes up to me and says to me, "Can I have a picture with you?" I feel so humble. It's unbelievable. If you come to me, whoever's listening to this podcast now, if you come to me and go, "Matthew, can I have a picture?" I'm going to thank you for obviously for taking the time to watch the video or videos, and most importantly, thank you for taking the time for you wanting a picture with me. Me, just little old me, and I would never turn a fan away for a picture unless you're obnoxious or rude or cheeky or whatever to me. Then I would say, "Listen, I don't appreciate your attitude. Do you want to just go away?" I will never, ever, ever turn a fan away. That sounds so. It's fear or fan. What would you prefer?
Veer.
I would say, or sorry, an army member.
A family member.
A family member, correct. So there you go. Sorry about that rant, but it's just, that's how I feel, guys. And at the end of the day, you just keep me going every day, so I do appreciate your support and love. But I am going to bring this podcast in next. We've been talking for what, 45 minutes, Brooke?
Nearly an hour. That is a long time. Sorry if we bored you or put you to sleep, but we're just ranting on.
Sorry. Guys, that is going to bring us to the end of this podcast. Sorry I can't read out any more of your messages. I do apologise. We need to do another Q&A video.
100%, especially with Lewis this time.
Yes, 1000%. Here's a question. Here's the thing we should do. we should do a Q&A video with Granda.
Oh my god.
Ask Granda questions.
Oh my god.
Should we ask Grandpa or ask Granda?
Grandpa.
Ask Granda. Yeah, it's preferred to become called Grandpa.
Called Granda.
Ask Grandad. Guys, I'm gonna say about it now.
Call him after this podcast and be like, "Yo, get ready, you're gonna be asked questions soon."
100%. Ask Grandad questions. We'll have to get the beep button on standby.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, so here's the question, blah blah blah, and then he was just beep 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 beep.
What was school like for you back in those days, then, Grandad? Well, let me beep and tell you, it was beep 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 beep, and that teacher was a beep beep, and he was a beep, and it was a. Dad, seriously, you have to stop swearing so much. That would be fun. Anyway,
Field day with that.
not the editing, it wouldn't be. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you have, please drop a like on this video here on YouTube. We are going to try and get this podcast on the iTunes eventually. Yes. We need to, and SoundCloud, and everywhere else. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, guys, today, drop a like on this podcast, this video on the channel. Also, if you want to stick around for more daily vlogs and gaming videos and podcasts and more, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, hit the post notification bell to get notified every time there is a new video, podcast, or gaming video on the channel. Stay tuned for today's vlog, because I'm going to put it up after I get this up. I finished recording it for today, which we had a daddy-daughter date. Check it out. And shopping. It was good. Trust me. Check out the vlog. It's very, very good. So until the next podcast next week, guys, please don't forget to get in touch with us by social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All the information is available in the link in the description. So, Brooke, thank you very much for tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck for your exams next week.
Thank you. Next time we're on the podcast, be able to tell you my results, hopefully.
Absolutely. Till next time, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for all the support. Love yous all. Love the Mirror Army. 110%. Without yous all, wouldn't be here. So until the next podcast, guys, I'll see yous all next time.